Third graders, I want to come back together and talk a little bit about this. So let's go ahead and flip back to the beginning of chapter 15. I had the chance to read with a few of you, but definitely not everyone, so we'll keep working with it. So in this, to start the lesson today, we learned about what a zoologist was. But had we not done vocabulary, where would I learn that meaning of zoologist throughout this reading? Where could I find the meaning of that word quickly? Zoe, where could I find the meaning of that word?
Glossary.
In the glossary. Say that, sweetie. I could find the meaning of the word at the glossary. Everybody take a quick second to flip back to the glossary. Find zoologist. Is it going to be at the beginning of the glossary or the end? How do you know? Viola, how do we know zoologist is going to be at the end? Very good. It is in alphabetical order, and Z's at the very end. So go ahead and take a moment to flip to the glossary. I should see everybody looking for zoologist in the glossary.
Should be on the last page.
Mm-hmm. Let's read the definition of zoologist together, and I'm going to peek off Chloe's. It says, zoologist, a scientist who studies animals and their characteristics. Very good. So graders, remember, whenever you see those bold words that are going to be important to the text, you can find them in the glossary. Fabulous. Let's see. What does a zoologist do? What did we read that a zoologist does? Griffin.
A zoologist just studies animals and classifies them into kingdoms and vertebrates and invertebrates.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They're discovering them. They're classifying them. There are millions of zoologists, right? And they're constantly discovering new things all the time. Let's go ahead and turn the page, and we'll take our focus to this next page. So we already read the caption before we started, but who is this man? Kaysen, who is this man?
Aristotle.
What is important about Aristotle from our reading?
He was the first person in the world to classify animals.
Yeah. Is that a pretty important thing to know?
Yeah.
Or at least to include in the text? Is that Aristotle, I can find it, a Greek man named Aristotle, first classified animals over 2,000 years ago. What else did Aristotle do, according to our text? Charlie?
He wrote a book about a history of animals.
Yep, he wrote a book. Good. And Chloe, is there anything else you need to add? Perfect. His history too, it had classification in it, but it has since changed since he originally wrote it. Have things stayed the same since 2,000 years ago?
No.
Nope, things change, right? I see Joey's eyes really big. He's like, no, things are not the same. Things have changed. Good. Let's go ahead and go to the next page. We're kind of breezing through things here since you all read this. This is just a review of it. What did we learn on this page? You just tell me. What did we learn on this page? Only so like 1, 2, 3, 4 of you read it. What did we learn? Lexi, what did we learn? Read it. Read it to us. Read, Lexi. So what did you just learn in the text then, Lexi? You got it, girl. Every single day, scientists are learning new facts about animals, right? There's always new things happening. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that they can learn something new every single day? Joey? There are 1 million scientists. So don't you think that like they can't discover something new every single day if there's that many of them, right? So how are they able to discover something new every single day? Right.
Because they study the animals and they figure out when they learn new facts about them, by they study them and they like compare them, and then they keep studying them and they compare them.
It's very much an ongoing process, right? They're studying them, they're comparing, they're observing, studying, comparing. It's ongoing all the time. Plus, are there less than 1 million animals or probably more than 1 million animals?
Probably more.
Probably more. Remember when we read about vertebrates and invertebrates, and we learned that we just read about the 5 vertebrate groups. But we know that 5 vertebrate groups, if we go all the way back, I think maybe it was from our read aloud at the beginning, showed us, I think it was from our read aloud, not this one, that of like all of the animals in the world, vertebrates were this teeny tiny section. So if zoologists and other researchers are always studying, they're probably studying about the invertebrates too, right? And there's so many of those. They take up most of the animal world. Fabulous. Have scientists learned everything there is to know about animals? No, absolutely not. What is the name for a scientist who studies animals?
Zoologist.
Why do scientists classify animals? Cooper, why do you think they classify animals? Yeah, to learn new facts. And Ray already mentioned a little piece of it. They're comparing, right? And yep. Well, that's why they're studying those groups. Yep. Yes.
To find out what kinds of animals there are.
Yep. And who was the first person to start studying animals over 2,000 years ago?
Aristotle.
I should say classifying animals, not just studying. Aristotle. Very nice. You guys did a great job with that today. We're going to go ahead and take our books, and we're just going to close them up and wrap up our whole group or that piece of reading for today.